Here's Wille Waffle, wafflemovies.com. Good morning, Wille Waffle. Good morning.
Well, good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today?
Well, did you see any of the roast on Comedy Central last night?
No, who was it?
It was Hillary versus Donald. It was something. It was.
Oh, my God. You know, I have to say, that was probably the most boring of all the three debates. Like, at this point, I don't understand why everybody's talking about, oh, it was shocking and contentious. I'm like, they just said all the same stuff they've been saying about each other the whole time.
It was,
there was nothing shocking about it. They were still fighting the way they were fighting. Frankly, they were more well-behaved on Wednesday than they were any other night of the week I've ever seen them.
Yeah, it's really true. All I got to do is watch the news and watch some of this stuff, and you know, it's just I can see Trump coming out today in a press conference and bringing props like handcuffs and waving them into the camera, like this is for you, Hillary. I can't wait. All right, so
what they need to do is start cutting promos on each other like they're WWE wrestlers. Okay, it's like I'm going to tell you all about why Hillary Clinton's going to jail.
Sunday. All right, so we are at the time where good movies start coming out, but I just want you to know, and I don't know if it's any good, but I can't look at Tom Cruise without losing my lunch. I don't know what it is. He just, and this stuff where he's, you know, in the action movies where he's, you know, taking on the world and jumping from building to building and you know, telling somebody to take prescription meds or not to. Jumping on Oprah's couch, they all blend together for me.
Well, and I think this is one of the problems that Tom Cruise has been facing for, about 10 years now. It's that, you know, his public persona as himself is so big right now. You know, he's so tied into the Scientology and some of the things that happened when he was, you know, first kind of, you know, married to Katie Holmes. And I think you're one of those people who just, you know, can't really look beyond that and see that he's playing a character, you know, and there are a lot of younger people who just don't buy into the Tom Cruise mystique. You know, they're not like you and me and other people who may be listening who remember Tom Cruise as the biggest movie star on the planet.
Yeah, I mean,
guy who, So, you know, now he's just kind of coasting on reputation, I think.
Yeah. And these parts that make him seem like he is really a superhero, and sometimes I think he believes it. That's where I kind of have my issues. But he has a movie. It's Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. What do you think?
Well, you know, I think you've got kind of an average, predictable Tom Cruise movie. Not a bad movie. It's still got some good action. He still knows how to kick booty. He's still going to have some gunfights, and there's going to be some chase scenes, and you're going to have all those things that you want in an action movie. And, you know, the story is kind of okay. You know, if you remember Jack Reacher, he was a military policeman, and, you know, we learned a lot about this in the last movie, and now here he is, you know, kind of as this vagabond Batman, you know, wandering the country, and now he's found his way back to Washington, D.C., and he's trying to meet up with a friend that he's made along the way, one of his former commanders, who they've never actually met. But as soon as he gets there, he finds out she's been arrested. She's been, you know, charged with treason, and Jack Reacher knows that can't be right, so he's going to go ahead and try to clear her name. Oh, and clear his, too, because they've decided to accuse him of doing some bad stuff.
What are you giving it?
You know, I'm going to say 2 waffles. I think you've got a movie that's entertaining enough, but it's never really going to be all that special. The comedy is just kind of going to be okay comedy. You know, the action's going to be okay action. There's nothing super special. There's nothing that makes you go, wow, but at least you feel like you got to see a decent movie.
Keeping Up with the Joneses. What is this one?
Yeah, and this is a comedy that's supposed to be kind of almost an action comedy. Zach Galifianakis and Isla Fisher playing this married couple in the suburbs of Atlanta, and they're just obsessed with their new neighbors, played by John Hamm and Gal Gadot, because they seem to be the perfect couple. And Isla and Zach just are having a little bit of a humdrum life, and they've got a little bit more time on their hands than they should. So as they start investigating, as they start following what this couple's doing, it turns out they're secret agents. And Zach and Isla are going to get wrapped up in their latest, you know, big plot. And you know, it's kind of this average movie. There's nothing special about it. It's got a few funny moments. John Hamm is very funny. I think Isla Fisher is one of the most underrated funny women in movies right now. But again, it's a very predictable plot. You can kind of see the jokes coming. You kind of know where it's going story-wise. Yeah, I'm going to say like 2 waffles. It's just kind of okay.
Now we have it's Halloween, so there's always got to be a really a scary thriller out there. And the Ouija board movie, is that out?
Yeah, this is Ouija, Origin of Evil. And for those of you who remember the first Ouija movie a couple of years ago, this is a prequel to that one. So you've got, it's set back in 1967, and you've got this Elizabeth Reeser, who is a fortune teller who's, let's just say, fallen on rough times. You know, money's not coming in. She lost her husband. She's got 2 kids she's trying to raise. And one of the kids decides, well, why don't we kind of spice up the scam a little bit? Why don't we start using one of these Ouija boards that everybody's kind of finding very popular? And that's when evil enters their house and their 9-year-old little girl.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
And you know, it's a very traditional horror movie in the sense that, oh, yeah, the little girl is in peril, so of course we're going to be kind of worried for her, and we know things are going to go bump in the night. But it's not a shocking movie. It's not a gory movie. It's not a slasher movie. It's really a slow build. It's a little bit more of a mystery here as we see these developments happening, as the action starts to kind of ratchet up a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And this little girl is absolutely perfect for the movie. Her name's Lulu Wilson, and she's just this cute little adorable thing, and she says some of the most heinous things in her cute little adorable voice, and that's where I think most of the entertainment in this movie comes from.
All right, what are you giving it?
I'm going to go 3 waffles for Ouija. Go ahead and have some fun.
Wow.
And if you remember the first movie, you'll make all the connections, but I don't know how many people remember the first movie.
Yeah. All right. All right, good stuff there, Willie. You enjoyed the weekend. Thank you so much.
And you got it, guys. I'll talk to you next week.
WaffleMovies.com.